Hello, hi, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome to the Mwasi Mama Village. I'm Essie. I am a birth doula, an aspiring birth educator, and an advocate for all things women and wellness. And today I want to start this video off a little bit differently from our first one, which was just an intro about the channel. But yeah, I want to start things off a little differently with a story. So I want to start things a little bit differently with a story that basically inspired me into this work that is the birth world and why I have been called to do doulaing in particular. So I know a Congolese woman who was pregnant with her first child, and she was reaching that 39 to 40 weeks mark. Her pregnancy was pretty straightforward. She was as comfortable as she could possibly be, you know, considering the fact that she was growing a human being inside of her. She was just really excited to meet her rainbow baby, but for some reason she was convinced by doctors that she couldn't bring this new bundle of joy on her own. So what was meant to be a normal checkup just to see how mum is doing before the big day soon became a prep talk for her to consider laying on the operating table and allowing doctors to bring this baby via C-section. Now, she was terrified. She didn't really understand what was happening, as at the time English wasn't her first language. She felt confused. She was alone because at the time father of the baby was actually at home packing her baby bag, so she couldn't really advocate for herself. She couldn't really say what it was that she wanted. She just was alone. She felt alone. She was scared. You know when you can pick up the vibe where even like through actions you can tell that something is wrong, or that people are trying to make something seem like a much bigger deal without actually using language. She was literally reading their body language, and that compelled her to comply and basically do what it was that they were asking from her. She was simply afraid, and her first birth story will stay with her for the rest of her life. Her first birth story would stay with me for the rest of my life, because this is my birth story. This birth story is how my mom had me, and 28 years later it's a birth story that so many black women seem to also share, despite the progression and the understanding and the knowledge that we have obtained throughout the years, throughout the decades, about birth and support. For some reason, black women are finding themselves in a position where they are entering the operating room when it's not necessary. A lot of time they find themselves there because they're not being listened to, because they're not being advocated for, and because their integrity is being ignored. With this video, I didn't want it to just be all story and no facts, right? So I have my laptop here, and I'm just going to read out some facts to you just based on the stats of C-sections and birth as of recent years. This year, The Guardian reported that caesareans account for around 42% of all deliveries in England, up from 29% back in 2017. According to WHO, caesarean section rates have risen from around 7% in 1990 to 21% worldwide today, and are projected to continue increasing over this current decade. Evidence suggests only about 10 to 15 of all births medically require a C-section, meaning many are unnecessary. Black Caribbean and Black African British women are more likely to undergo both emergency and elective C-sections and are significantly more likely to receive general anesthesia rather than spinal epidural options. Anesthesia? I think it's anesthesia. Anesthesia sounds... I think it's anesthesia. I think it's anesthesia. Now, I want to put this important disclaimer in. I'm not against C-section, okay? C-section is how I entered this world. So for me to be against it would kind of be absurd. It's how I got here. So I couldn't be against C-sections. And as well, as a doula, one of my most favourite birth stories of all times happened in the operating room. So I have nothing against C-sections. It saves lives. It's an incredible medical intervention, and it's something that I will always let mothers know about, because it's an option. It's an option that mothers can use to their advantage if they need to. What I am against though is the fact that C-section in some situations are being weaponized. They are being used in ways that go against Black women being able to advocate for themselves and being able to have their own autonomy when it comes to their birthing experience. I'm not for that, and I don't understand why this isn't being spoken about enough. It's a bit alarming to me, to be honest. This is why, one of the reasons why I do this work. It's simply because when women are at their most vulnerable state, I see it time and time again where they feel like they need to comply to whatever the medical professional is saying because they are trusting that individual. You are the authoritative figure in that space, and I do find it quite alarming when you are being told that this isn't something that the mother wants, and you're kind of like pressurizing her into following a procedure that is just out of convenience, or just because it ensures that you can will that next patient in. It's fine if the mother agrees and is like, yeah, let's get this going, let's get this cracking, let's get this moving. It's a whole different story when you are now pressurizing that individual to follow what it is that you're saying, and you know she's more likely to do that because she's trusting you in that moment. I'm just going to highlight what it is that a doula does, what it is that I do. So ultimately I'm there to advocate for you. I'm there to be the voice where you feel you're most vulnerable, where you feel like you have a bit of brain fog and you're all over the place because you're feeling all these sensations, hormones are rushing, you're in a space that you're not familiar with. I'm there to help keep you grounded. I'm there when your partner is kind of all over the place and he's feeling overwhelmed and he doesn't know what's really happening, and he's looking to me and he's like just trying to help me anchor you both. That's my position as a doula. We are there to hold your hand. We are there to remind you of the breathing techniques that we might have discussed during our antenatal classes. We are there to remind you the importance of trusting your body. Birth is such an incredible thing that human beings are able to do. We doulas are there to just remind you that your body knows what it's doing. More time, your body knows what it's doing. It's familiar, it's ancestral, it's literally a part of our human existence. It knows how to give birth, and we're just there to remind you, like, you've done this before. Even if it's your first child, you have done this before, and that could have been done through the form of your mother, your grandmother, ancestors that are no longer here. You have done this before. Your body is capable. So this is why I found myself in this world. It's been the most rewarding thing I've done in a long time, and it's something that I love doing. I love speaking about it. I love meeting other doulas and being in community with them. I love meeting mothers and just that moment when you get to see that mum meet her baby for the first time, I will never get sick of that feeling. Like that, being able to witness that is a privilege, and I never ever take this job for granted. It's why I am actively working so hard to be in a position where I can give this my all, and this channel is the first step to that. So I'm really excited for this journey. I'm really excited for what we are going to build here, and I really hope that you guys stay and enjoy the ride. I just want to say thank you so much for tuning into this video. Thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity to explain why I do this work. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and also I would love to have some comments down below of you just sharing, when you're in the birthing room, how is it that you would like to be held? Like, what is the most important thing you would love to hear or to be done for you when you are at your most vulnerable state? How is it that you would like someone to advocate for you? Your voice is voiceless for a period of time. Like, please share anything down below. I look forward to reading them, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.